Discussion 3, Leaders. The following are examples of leaders and where they land in 4 of the 5 leadership styles discussed in Borkowski and Meese under Blake and Mouton's leadership grid. This grid compares concern for people with concern for high result for their management styles. I will be discussing giving examples of behaviors for all of them except for the impoverished manager leadership style, which is low concern for results and low concern for people. All registered nurses are leaders in some ways. Examples of behaviors that I have observed that are task manager or in the later grid, produce or perish management, could be the new RN who is concerned about getting all the baths completed and the medications passed. Doing this by delegating to the techs or the aides bath with set times for them to be completed so she can get her medication passed. I've also seen this in the Navy when I was a hospital corpsman decades ago. The nurse would have us make sure all the vital signs were completed on our first round and during our hourly rounds before dinner, and then all the patients in bed at a certain time, despite the fact that they have different sleep cycles because they work nights, and despite the fact that we're a surgical unit, there's all the people coming in at all different times. This would coincide with the Newtonian and Taylor paradigms mentioned in the instructor's introduction for this unit. We felt under this nurse that we were just cogs in a wheel, that we were replaceable. Here, leadership style did have an autocratic presence that made us feel like she was our dictator. The examples that I have observed being a middle road manager is a people pleaser who talks to each person in her office after an incident happens and tells each person what they want to hear as part of the solution, what she is going to do for them. Just gives enough to make them happy. But she stays in the middle rows and doesn't give a complete solution to anyone, just enough to make the staff feel like she's doing something. She never presents to the whole group a consensus solution, just leaves each person thinking what they want done to fix the problem is what will be done, but never gives the whole group what is really going to be done for what's going to be fixed. This is medium concern for results and medium concern for people. For a new manager, in some ways, this might be a way of developing to the team leader style, but it can be ineffective. For the country club manager or leadership, using the Blake Mouton leadership grid, I remember being in a waitress and putting myself through college. There was 4 restaurant managers, 3 always on at one time. One particular manager always planned the birthday celebrations and went out with the staff after work to the fast food places and planned what place or what bar or what they were going to be celebrating for that particular day. She kind of always stayed in the middle of the group at work. Everything was just, everything can go. Let them, food come out as it was. But she was not the one that staff relied on to find out how to fix the problem. Fortunately, like I said, there was always at least 3 managers on in a day, and that helped balance out the person who was, lets things go, it will all work out, which sometimes it didn't. You had to deal with the customers. The final part of the grid is the ideal manager. Team management or ideal manager prioritizes both getting work done and their people's needs. They make sure that the team members understand the organization's goals and that they have a stake in achieving them. This creates an environment based on trust and respect per Mind Tools. These are the leaders that live the mission of the organization in a positive way without having to remind you each time, as they model and speak it as part of their natural conversation, part of their natural being of who they are in a positive way. This allows the staff to actually catch the vision. They encourage the staff to be good leaders and followers. They encourage the staff to be active, contributing members of the committee, submitting proposals and different things to do, and writing articles for newsletter. Valigo 2019. Basically, they are empowering by their team management the employees. This is all done with genuineness and humility, which is a positive thing per Chopman and Blackburn 2018. And my references are from our textbook, Berkowski and Meese, Organizational Behavior Theory, Design in Healthcare. And the video is from Mind Tools in some of the readings from Mind Tools. The Blake Move to Manager, Leading People and Producing Results from the internet and from YouTube. And then our readings, Chopman and Blackman, The Necessary Traits of Exemplary Leaderships from Effective Executive. And then Valiga, T, January 2019, Leaders, Managers, and Followers Working in Harmony. Thank you.